Welcome to Pride Against Prejudice, a Shadowrun 4th edition actual play podcast.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Huggy Bear.
Hi, I'm Al and I'll be playing Maverick.
Hi, I'm Jack and I play Toyger.
Hi, I'm Michael and I'll be playing Sunshine.
Hi, my name's Dutch or Kerry and I'll be playing Alexandra.
And my name is Rhydian, I'm the GM. If you would like any bonus content, a link to our living campaign map can be found in the show notes, along with a link to our Discord where you can get occasional bonus episodes, and if you'd like to add locations to the map or just ask us questions, you're welcome to join us there. If you stick about for a few seconds at the end of the episode, we also have a question for you as well. Following content may contain themes and materials not suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Before we dive into the episode, here's some pay data on another one of the Shadowrun podcasts out there for you to listen to.
Good day, citizens of Chicago. This is Oakley Wildwood, your anchor at Gold Leaf News Network, bringing you the latest developments from the heart of the UCAS. And now for the news. The Chicago Containment Zone is witnessing a surge in kidnappings that has left the city on edge. Travel in groups for safety, folks. A good crew could be what gives you the edge to make it to your next paycheck. The streets are witnessing a spike in vehicle thefts and carjackings, leaving everything from jackrabbits to delivery trucks as smoldering, bullet-ridden scrap heaps. Lone Star PD advises secure private parking whenever possible. But in Chicago, even the safest of places can become a battleground. On a more hopeful note, the ghoul communities of Cabrini Green are uniting, driven by a hunger for justice. Vigilantes targeting infected citizens have been escalating tensions, promising violence if they do not leave the city. Those sympathetic to the ghoul cause have offered support by providing donations and offering security, though officials assure that they seek a non-violent resolution to the conflict. There's a lot going on in 2080s Chicago. Stay informed, stay safe, and stay with us by tuning in to Bug City Blues, a Shadowrun 6th World Edition actual play podcast, wherever fine podcasts are found. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
After a long run for no pay, the team takes a well-earned rest. Sunshine borrows money from friends and quits her job. Mav goes to the vet, and then to negotiate with his land bastard. Huggy goes on a date. And Toyger sets about burning Lexi's sin, underappreciating an industrial club, and helping Alexandra settling into the life of a SINless. Alright, so I think we will pick up basically where we left off last time. Toyger, you've just gotten tossed out of this god-awful battery farm for wage slaves onto the street, having been accused of looking at porn on the work system. You've got 4 cred sticks in your pocket with about 12 grand on them. Are you going for a night out on the town and fuck the others, or are you actually giving them the money?
So I'm going to shovel them about until there's 3 grand on each. My one, plus 200 from my pocket, is immediately going on the rent before that gets hiked. And the other 3... Mav was waiting in a coffee shop nearby, I believe, and refusing to throw a grenade in the window to end my suffering. Mav, here, have nowhere near what that run costs. If you can send me an invoice for bullets and treatment for your chiasma holes, I will pay you back when I next have money. And a wee message goes out in the group chat. Y'all might want to see me at some point for your entirely inadequate payment for the last month of your lives. Thank you again. Sorry. Also, thank you. Thank you.
It's not quite a month. It's been about 8 days. It's been just over a week.
Oh.
It's been a busy week.
It has been a very long week.
Been like January, though, which has 68 days in it.
Stop being right.
Too true.
Yeah, so 8,900. That is how much money I have left.
Cool. We'll need to look at adjustments to your lifestyle now that you have an expensive roommate. Are you heading straight back? What are you want to look at somebody else's downtime? What do you want to do?
So I have a very extensive list of things I need to do. Right at the very top of that list is burning Alexandra's sin. That is my first priority, so I'm going to bring Eddie.
Okay. What sort of time of day is it? It's probably afternoon by now, because you spent like a whole morning in a training session and it was awful and ugh. So he actually answers fairly soon after you start ringing him, and there's a Toyger, how you doing?
I have been much, much worse. Listen, I need a fairly substantial favour. Where and when is the soonest we can have a meet?
We can meet tonight.
That works. Times, locations, please.
Yeah, I'll send you a text. It'll be a club meet as usual. You know how I roll.
Okie dokie. If I don't sound as enthusiastic as I possibly could, it's because I'm not. See you soon, Eddie. Take care. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do unpaid.
Yeah, sure. Are you alright, man?
Oh, I am not alright at all, Eddie. Thank you for asking. Look forward to chatting with you.
Okay, see you soon. Dress nice. Usual deal.
Do I ever dress any other way?
Toyger, I'm not answering that question. You wouldn't like the answer.
No, I wouldn't. See you tonight.
Yeah, see you tonight. Look after yourself, buddy.
Oh, I will try. And then Toyger hangs up the phone. Right. I am not taking Alexandra to a club. That's the thing I am not doing. I need to arrange babysitting for someone in their 20s.
Brag you!
Alright, so yeah, Toyger's sorted himself out, mostly. He's got to meet with Eddie later. I'll drop some information about the location shortly. Who wants to go next?
I'll be honest, this was a very badly timed lifestyle cost. Okay, I know Toyger's tapped out as frag, so Mav, you get a phone call from Sunshine.
Sunshine, how can I help?
Might as well cut to the chase. Do you have about 4,400 new yen you could spare?
That is a very specific number to say about.
Yes. The question remains.
Have you not got enough money to pay your rent?
Possibly. I may have had to buy some expensive things to make this last run happen.
That is true. And we're all very happy with your confidence, so yes, I can lend you 4,400 new yen.
Thank you. Let me just put an IOU in.
And I will put an IOU in somewhere as well.
I owe Mav.
More than I want to.
Yeah.
Again, possibly me completely misreading Mav's character again, but he seems like the sort of person that you could owe money for your entire life, and you'd just be too polite to bring it up.
Try it, Toyger.
I think that might be a misreading of Mav.
It'll be good role-playing.
Like, it would be far too polite to ever bring it up in, like, polite company, but the second you were alone, you would be like, do y'all have my 4.5 grand? No? Alright then.
How much for each kneecap?
Breaking someone's kneecaps will not get you the money, which is why Mav won't do that.
Toyger, I highly recommend that you try owing Mav some money. It will be good role-playing.
Mav, give me 9 of your shiniest grand.
No.
No.
Alright, are you doing anything else there, Sunshine?
You don't have a job.
I don't currently have a job, no.
Do you not have a quality that says, I have a job?
Yes, but we never found me a replacement job.
No, you do have a cleaning job.
Wait, did I?
Yeah, you have like a temp cleaning job.
Fun fact, you're late.
So you kind of pick up shifts here and there on it. In fact, you've just gotten a text saying there's a cleanup job on. Are you free? If you don't reply to any of my texts, because you haven't been for a while, I'm going to assume you don't work for me anymore.
No, okay, yeah, I'll be there. Sorry.
When you turn up, it turns out to be a crime scene cleanup for a particularly messy domestic shooting. They hand you the rubber gloves and a snow shovel.
Okie dokie, let me go and get several buckets of mop water.
Yep, it is like Mr. Cleanup detail. It's awful.
Yeah.
I think we've moved on from torturing people with Rhydian's job to torturing people with Michael's job.
Former jobs. Let's be clear on that one.
So I work this cleaning job, it's awful, and then just for the rest of the month I'm just running from like place to place on cleaning job after cleaning job, picking up as many shifts as I can. I then pay you back the remaining 2,000 that I still owe you. Now I only owe Mav.
So we'll need to do that over the coming month, but that's your plan.
Yeah.
So, Mav, are you...
I still have bear holes in me.
Yes, you do.
They're not very serious at this point. They probably just need to be, like, cleaned, bandaged, and not slept literally on.
I'm not sure what test to make you roll for this. Give me a body plus intuition.
Body plus intuition? What the frag am I rolling?
For how well you heal yourself.
No, this isn't for healing.
Is this for do I have rabies?
Mav has bear herpes.
What the frag is body plus intuition, Red?
Something the GM's making up on the fly.
3 hits.
There is definitely something loose in your chest cavity.
Oh.
It's currently hanging out somewhere on the bottom left. If you had to guess, you'd say whatever it is sat between your lung and your diaphragm, just kind of sat. Oh, it feels horrible.
Oh, I need surgery.
You do have a street doc contact that you met before. Are you going to him, or are you tapping up one of your fixers for somebody else?
Which street doc are you thinking of?
Dr. Baubon.
The doctor.
Oh, yes.
How desperate are you feeling?
Hey, you got your own kettle, shush.
Yeah, and then she dumped me. Not that I'm bitter about it.
Mav, take this opportunity to remember, you literally know a wizard who can heal you with his touch.
That will seal in the whatever the hell it is, and I think you've already done magic healing on him anyway.
I have not yet done magic healing on Mav.
No, he hasn't. I did first aid on myself.
Fair enough. This, however, wouldn't solve the loose whatever the hell it is in his chest cavity.
I mean, usually what they do with loose whatever it is in your chest cavity is say, tell you what, your body will form a nice mesh of grizzle around that, and it can stay there quite happily for decades.
That's what they do now. With Shadowrun medicine, I imagine that they have significantly better...
They have access to significantly better.
Yes.
The question is, does whichever street doc I go to choose to provide me with better?
Dr. Baobun fixes up racing dogs.
He must actually do a pretty good job of things.
Yeah, that's why we go to him.
Yeah, the kind of people that bring in a sick racing dog are the kind of people that want results.
Indeed. You know what? I am going to go back to Dr. Balbon.
All right.
I can handle being treated like a sick puppy for a day.
Okay, are you just walking into his waiting room, or are you giving him a ring?
It's polite to ring first. I will ring first.
So, I'm not going to make you roll connection or loyalty or anything like that. He's got a receptionist for this. There's a tired voice on the other end of the line. Hello, Dr. Baubon's dog surgery. How can I help?
Hello, I'm a patient of the doctor's. I was bitten by an animal. I hoped he would find time to look at me.
Are you one of his out-of-hours patients?
Yes.
Oh God, here we go again. Are you in need of urgent care, or are you...
Not urgent. I can wait. Not that long.
Okay, come by the surgery at 6 p.m. Actually, no, make it 7. And just sit in the waiting room. And what name should I put down the patient under?
Mav,
What's the breed of your animal, please?
you're having too long a day for this. Piasma.
Don't get many of them. Alright. See you at 7.
Thank you.
And they just click off the phone.
They were having much too long a day for that.
How often does a New York doctor get someone who's been bitten by a piasma? Or the New York vet?
Alright, so we'll come back to Mav and his particular brand of misery shortly. Huggy, what are you doing now that things have calmed the frag down a little bit?
So, Huggy is going to distribute 1,000 new yen in the various ways that she does. That is, paying off some protection money to a couple of the gangs who she, actually pays protection money to. Buying some more bullets to put in the drones to take care of the gangs that she doesn't pay protection money to. Making sure that paying a little bit of money to make sure that the water is still flowing, that getting the wiring redone, because something has decided to choose through the power cabling again. I don't know what it was, but now it's a lump of carbon.
Right, devil rat. Cool.
So I hope it was a devil rat.
No, you don't. There'll be more of them.
Devil rats we can deal with. The things that crawl up out of the swamp, sometimes we can't. Sometimes we have to make deals with them. Anyway, so yeah, she'll, make sure that her building is livable for another month. And then she's going to go and take a very long nap. By which I mean she's probably going to sleep for like a good 24 hours. And when she gets up, she is going to see that she got a response message from Marty and look up the times for the next drone racing show.
Yeah, cool.
And suggests that the two of them go to it as an evening out.
Yep, so he texts back, basically saying that he would love to, and what do you want to do? Or do you have somewhere in mind? If so, let him know where and when.
Cool. I'll sort of let him know that I'm thinking of drone racing and, find the nearest... You know what? Is there actually a drone racing arena? A legit one?
There are several. There is one at the stadium that you guys looked at briefly during the run to steal that politician's blood. But that's like the big professional one. There is a course that goes out over... What's it called? Raritan Bay, I think it's pronounced. Raritan Bay? I have no idea. It's just south of Staten Island, between Staten Island and New Jersey.
Yeah. I suggest we go see that race.
Yeah, awesome. So when you guys go along, I'll say it's a night or two later. Yeah, you guys have an awesome night. They also have like a mini course set up where you can pay sort of 20 new yen to have a go, and you and Marty both have a go. You absolutely frag and crush it. Marty is enthusiastic but awful.
I'll sort of make a joke about, well, now you know what now I know what it's like to watch me on one of the treadmills.
And he laughs in just the right way that he's laughing with you, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a... Do you have etiquette?
I do.
Okay, could you give me an etiquette roll plus Marty's loyalty to you, +2?
So is that plus Marty's loyalty +2?
Plus Marty's loyalty and +2.
So this is etiquette. I am edging this roll. Plus Marty's loyalty, which is 3. So there's +5 in total.
Yeah.
5 hits.
Yeah, it goes very, very well. Shall we just say that the end of the day is a fade to black job?
Yay!
If that's what Huggy wants. If not, then he gives you a very respectful goodbye at the end of the night. So, Alexandra, whilst Toyger's out at this meet, are you doing anything in particular, or are you just hanging out at his flat going, oh my god?
Not actually sure. Can you come back to me?
Absolutely fine. I think that's probably how Alexandra's feeling, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if this was stated or not, but I think she has carte blanche to go down and visit with the Kubiotas if she wants. Like, until she gets some friends of her own.
Yeah, let's just say you spend the day hanging out with...
Was it Viv, I think her name was?
Yeah, Viv. That was her name that Toyger invented at the end of last session, who I'm going to now need to work some stuff out for. As the day goes on, Toyger, you eventually get a text from Eddie with a location saying, meet me at this club. It's in Brooklyn, in the Boerum Hill district. It's it's a D-rated area. It's not where you'd expect to see a club. It's called Club Nocturne, and he says, make sure you queue. There's no jumping that one. The bouncers have no sense of humour.
Okay then. Tell you what, it makes a nice change. I'm used to meeting at weird, horrible clubs. This is just going to be a regular horrible club. So Toyger puts on his clubbing clothes. He's only got one pair of boots. He only has one armoured jacket, but it's like different clothes underneath.
Yep.
And goes to go find Alexandra and explain where he's going, and says, look, if I don't come back for whatever reason, just go get in touch with your Auntie Huggy. She'll look after you.
Okay, there's a chance you might not come back?
No. It's good practice to have these sorts of things in place.
You do get a second text from Eddie saying, is this a job for you or somebody else?
For somebody else. I have their name, a copy of their SIN, and I could have some of their DNA, if that's of any help.
You just get another text back saying, yes.
Yeah, do you know how I mentioned we can't have them tracking you?
Yeah.
The two main ways they would do that is through anyone registered to your SIN using a cred stick, and magically with your data sample at the Wuxing Central Holding Facility in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get someone to go burn your SIN. You will cease to be a person, legally. You will become untrackable. There's no way your dad will ever be able to find you and send you back to that place. Broadly, this will be a good thing. Broadly. Very broadly.
Broadly.
Very broadly. If I knew of literally any other way to keep you safe, I would do it in a heartbeat.
Like, just do what you have to at this point.
Very well.
Like, I don't even know.
Doesn't help at all. That's the last thing you want to hear right now, but...
So don't tell me.
I am sorry.
Ugh. Yeah, okay, I get it, but just... Yeah, no, just get it over with. I don't want to go back to that place, and enough people have explained that to me.
I will be back in the morning. And with that, Toyger leaves and leaves you with Viv and some of the other members of House Kubota.
When you get over to Boerum Hill, it actually takes you a while to find the place. Like, it seems to be in some back alley down the back of a bunch of tenement blocks, and you eventually find a queue. Eddie's instructions were basically find the queue in this alley, stand in the queue. And it does take a little while. Looking around, most of the people here seem to be, like, mostly sort of hardcore punk looking. There's a lot of mohawks, a lot of spiked hair, leather jacket, chains, nose rings, that kind of deal. Big stompy boots. And you eventually get to the front of the queue, where there's this bouncer stood on top of a manhole cover, and he just holds out a cred stick reader to you. Doesn't say anything, just holds out the cred stick reader.
Does it have like a number displayed of how much it's going to be taking from me?
It's just a cred stick reader, that's it.
I ask you how much this is going to take, you put me right back at the back of the queue, don't you?
He just nods, doesn't say anything. He's got a black mohawk that's about 3 feet high. He's clearly got extensions in that or something, and mirror shades on, no shirt, and a leather jacket.
Are you not cold?
He just holds out the cred stick reader again. Make me a judge intentions.
3 hits.
You're getting the sense that if you don't tap the stick, he's just going to chuck you out.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Tap stick.
30 new yen goes off, pings up on the thing. He steps back, grabs the manhole cover in front of him, picks it up, and then just points at the manhole.
Yeah, so Toyger's expression reads, surely you are joking.
Charging entry to the sewers. Classy place, this.
So Toyger looks to him and says, if I see even one reptile versed in ninjutsu, I am coming right back out of there and kicking you in the face.
He actually grins. He seems to have had his teeth replaced with metal ones, like all of them that are really pointed.
Jesus Christ, you're cool. So I'm going to levitate myself into the sewer hole. I take a step to where the manhole was, but I don't drop, and I just slowly levitate myself down.
So when you get down there, it's not actually a sewer, it's just like a concrete corridor. And you're at one end of it, and you walk down, and there's another sort of steel door with another bouncer in front of it. It looks pretty similar to the guy upstairs, who just unbolts the door, and he's got an Ingram smart gun in his hand, just sort of out to the side. He's not pointing it at you, but it's clearly there to deal with any bull drag. Opens the door, and then the noise just hits you as you step into this industrial dance club that somebody's built in an old pumping station for the sewer system. And it's mental in here. Like, you're on one of the entering at about mid-level. There's a huge pit of people just dancing down in front of you. So if anybody listens to KMFDM or Oomph or anything like that, it's that kind of style of music. And there's sort of a catwalk running around the edge of the room with a bar and also booths on the level you're on. And above you, there's what looks like a copper mesh net, for lack of a better word. And there's 6 fragging Tesla coils up there that are running in time with the music.
That's cool.
This place is a little over the top.
It's also based on somewhere that someone I know has been in Prague.
Yeah, it would be Prague, wouldn't it? Yeah, so Toyger's just taking pictures on his comlink and sending them to the group chat.
Oh, the signal down here is chuff. Those coils are fragging with it hard.
Yeah, so Toyger's not getting any signal, but he's taking the pictures and setting a reminder to send them when he gets out. So did I get an indication of where Eddie is, or am I just sort of like...
Give me an etiquette roll. You do not get your high society down here.
Damn it.
This is low society.
Quite literally.
No hits on that one.
So you get utterly fragging lost to begin with. You end up having a conversation with this lass about how many piercings do you actually have? She looks like she gets very grumpy near magnets. Until eventually you find yourself sat at the bar. And you're just going, I have no idea what the frag's going on. And Eddie wanders over and he seems to be wearing hot pants, fishnets, the biggest stompy boots you've ever seen, and a black PVC corset.
This guy has style.
Eddie always looks fantastic.
Eddie, I say this with the utmost respect. What, pray tell, the frag?
Welcome to Nocturne. It's the best fragging industrial club in the city.
If you say so.
Frag you, man. Come on, let's go do biz. I can't hear over there. You're like yelling at the top of your lungs at the moment. And he grabs something from the bar and tells you to grab a drink and then leads you off. And he leads you to one of the booths that are like Perspex boxes around the edge of the room. And when he leads you in and shuts the door, the noise level just drops. Like, you can still hear the music and the whole box is vibrating with it. It's like this low rumble, but you can actually have a normal conversation again. And he sits down on the sofa, looks at you and says, so, you've got some work for me?
I do indeed. I need a sin burned with all urgency. I have the individual's name, I have a copy of their sin's unique passcode, and as I said, I can get you DNA if you truly desire such a thing.
So Eddie reaches into the top of his corset, pulls out a packet of cigarettes, pulls one out, lights it, stuffs it back in, and he starts looking over the information that you hand him. I'll just assume you can send it direct via your comlink. And he's looking through it and says, "You're not half asking much. A sin like this. What did she do?" Don't tell me that. Don't. I shouldn't have asked that.
She is the closest thing this world has to an innocent.
So not very. Okay. I can do you this one for 10 grand, man. This is going to be a pain in the hoop. Yeah, the data trail on this is going to be a nightmare. My guy, he's not exactly pleasant at the best of times, but he's going to be a grumpy little frag stick when I show him this. So I'm putting a surcharge on it for getting shouted at by him.
Can't do you 10 grand now. I can do you 6 now, and the remaining 4 when I next get paid, which will be following the next run.
I'll tell you what, if I do this one for you, because I get the sense there's some urgency about it, looking this profile over, I am going to have to add another 3 grand on it.
So 6 now and 7 later.
Give me a negotiation.
I have that skill.
Try to negotiate down this time, Toyger.
1 hit.
Toyger,
Yeah.
a reminder that you have edge that you can roll.
So how many hits is that, Toyger?
We got 1 hit on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. I'm going to spend a point of edge and re-roll the missed dice.
Okay.
So that's 5 for 3 more hits. Nice.
Nice. So Eddie thinks about it for a few seconds and says, "Look, all right, you've brought a lot of business my way. 6 grand down the line is a good investment. Just don't get killed, because that'll be a pain in the ass to collect.
I'll do my utmost.
6 now, 6 later."
Okay, so I'm just taking some notes. A couple of different cred sticks appear from a couple of different places, and they all sort of float in the air in front of Eddie.
He grabs them out of the air and says, yeah, come on, I know you're a mage, man. That doesn't impress me.
Oh, but it's fun.
Now that's a better argument.
What's the point of doing anything if it's not fun? There will be 6k later next time I get paid. I've made a little mental note of it. Expect to hear from me in a month or so.
I gotta have that by the end of October, or I'm gonna have to collect.
Of course. I wouldn't expect anything differently.
Alright.
I will see you in...
Hey, I'm just letting you know the terms and conditions.
Absolutely. Well, this was fun.
Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Hopefully before the end of October.
I've got a dance with a lovely couple that I met last time I was here. It's going to be awesome. You have a great time. And he just stands up and walks straight out again. So yeah, you've been to probably the best industrial dance club in the whole of New York, and wildly underappreciated it, you Philistine.
Yeah, when it comes time to leave, Toyger just sort of levitates up out of the manhole and then just keeps going until he gets to a rooftop he can stand on.
Just nope.
The bouncer's eyes turn to follow him, and then Toyger just throws a rag at him and says, "Stop upskirting me!"
As you get higher, you realise that the queue for this nightclub is going basically round the block by the time you leave. It's just really warming up. And
how have the cops not found this place? It's a health and safety disaster waiting to happen.
It's in a D-rated area. They don't give a frag.
Anyway, so Toyger just sort of floats up, finds a nice safe rooftop to crouch on, sends a message. It's a load of pictures followed by, "First, Eddie had me meet here. It seems wildly unsafe. Secondly, he charged me 12k to get Alexandra's sin burned. I have a month to pony up 6k, or I will be visited by the leg breakers. If anyone has any nice simple runner work on the go, please let me know. I enjoy having legs."
Oh man, we are so broke right now.
I can lend you 6k.
I can lend you 6k.
I will happily take you up on that. I've asked an awful lot of you recently, but I'll...
Alright, Bezos and Damien Knight, calm down.
Did you hear that he's been kidnapped?
What?
Yeah, there was like a rumour going around that Damien Knight's body double had been kidnapped.
Damien Knight has body doubles.
Isn't Damien Knight a wrestler? No, that's LA Knight. Ignore me.
Huggy, I know you're on full edge, but if you weren't, I'd be saying take back a point of edge.
Can we give Huggy some retroactive karma for that?
Maybe. We'll see at the end of this session. So, are you hanging out on this text chat, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, Toyger just spent some time cooling off on the roof. It was hot in there. It was very loud.
Oh, yeah, the ceiling was sweating. Occasionally, drips would land on the Tesla coils. It made really cool noises.
Yeah, there was awful lot of energy in there. He's got a headache, his eyes hurt, his ears hurt. He's got a magic headache, his magic eyes hurt, his magic ears hurt. It's the whole thing.
It did have a background count. It was a pretty weird one, actually. It was like a happy, positive energy background count. It made casting harder, but it did make you feel quite good.
Yeah, there was something living in the middle of the Tesla coils, and every time he looked at it, that's looked with a capital L, it was kind of like getting slapped in the eyes somehow. But it was definitely living in there. He wasn't sure what it was, but it was...
That could just have been the Tesla coils. You're not supposed to stare at them.
Yeah, so a little bit of time spent on the roof cooling off, and then just flies to the nearest train station, and then goes home.
Yeah. So, while you're out clubbing, Mav, you turn up at the vet's surgery. I can't remember where Baobun's surgery is. I think it's somewhere in Queens.
It's in the very east of Queens.
Lives in Flushing.
Flushing? Yes, it is indeed Flushing.
My notes say street dog lives in Flushing, actually a dog vet.
Yeah, you turn up at Baobun's surgery. You get sent into the waiting room. There's a number of people with animals there. It's mostly dogs. There is somebody with a cat carrier. Somebody turned up with a lizard. Fair enough. You sit there for quite a while. The other people with their animals go in. They come out. One of the dogs gets a bit overexcited at one point and pisses on the floor. But after a while, you do actually get called in. And Baobun is sat there in his chair next to his cyber terminal, looks you over and says, "So, I hear you brought a piasma for me to take care of. Smallest bloody piasma I've ever seen."
Would you prefer that I had brought the piasma?
He opens a drawer and pulls out the biggest narcojet dart pistol you have seen in your life, and then just shuts the drawer again.
Got it. I was bitten by a piasma, and something is loose in gestures at the correct part of, what is it, like lower body, lower chest? You told me where this was.
Yeah, it's in your chest cavity, but the lower part of it. Baobun stubs out the cigarette, stands up, walks over to the cabinet, opens it up, pulls something out, and starts filling a syringe. He actually fills it from like 2 or 3 different bottles. Then says, "Right, first things first, those things' mouths are filthy. Kex down, turn around."
I regret this already. I do what he says.
Oh god, it's Mav's prom night all over again.
So yeah, he gives you an injection of wide-spectrum antibiotics and antivirals in your backside, tosses the needle in the sharps bin and says, "Right, so, you want me to get something out of your chest cavity, do you?"
Yeah.
Right, well, I don't have a scanner for metahumans, so follow me. And he takes you through and shows you the scanner, which is designed for large animals, but not for metahumans to stand up in, and says, "You're going to have to go on all fours. Stay still."
I regret several of my decisions. I get in.
He takes several scans of you, takes you back into his office, sits down at the terminal and says, "All right, well, I can see what's wrong. There's this object," he points to like a white mass on the scan, "sat underneath your left lung. Looks like it's pressing on the diaphragm. It's quite sharp, probably why it's so uncomfortable. If it was rounded, I'd tell you to suck it up and get on with it, but that's going to need to come out in case it tears something."
Sounds fun.
You'll be under anaesthetic. Come with me. He takes you into the scrubbing room pre-surgery, tells you to strip down to your boxers, makes you clean yourself thoroughly. Wow, this dog disinfectant stinks. It actually kind of stings your skin as well. He pulls out the clippers and says, right, chest hair's going to have to go on the lower left side.
Have I mentioned yet that I regret several of my decisions?
Yeah, getting mauled by a piasma was a terrible one. Mind you, you're even furrier than my normal patients. And he trims that area, takes you through the surgery, gets you to lie down on the table, and he gives you a local anaesthetic, tells you to lie still, and gets to work. He seems to have quite a nice surgery suite in here. He plugs in a data jack, and there's several arms that descend from the ceiling. He seems to be just sat there watching. Must be like a rigger system or something like that. And eventually finishes up and says, wow, I can see why it was bothering you.
Is it in fact a tooth?
Yep.
A tooth?
Excited Toyger noises.
You want it as a souvenir, or is that going in the bio-waste?
I have a friend who would never forgive me if I got rid of that. I'm keeping it.
Alright, well, you can drive him crazy with it. Right. Keep the wound clean. If it gets infected, take these. He gives you a bunch of creams and tablets and stuff and tells you to take them. Charges you 500 new yen and tells you to fuck off.
I pay him, thank him, and depart.
Cool. So yeah, that's going to take a couple of days before it doesn't hurt, and if you do anything really strenuous, that you might tear your stitches, and then Baobun will probably put you in a cone of shame.
So you get like a text, like a personal message, not in the group chat, and it opens up with a generic get well soon card from Toyger, followed by, bear in mind I can take a few days healing down to a few seconds if you'd like.
Thanks, but I'll walk it off.
Fair enough. Once you're better, let me know. Me and Alexandra could do with getting out of the flat. Painting and decorating is exhausting.
Not for a couple of days, I feel like Drek. But yes.
Once you're better, let me know. Me and Alexandra could do with getting out of the flat. Painting and decorating is exhausting.
So yeah, the tooth itself, Mav, the base of it is about as thick as your thumb, and it's about as long as your index finger. That's Al the player, not Mav the character.
That is a chunky tooth.
Yeah. It's a fragging big animal. Cool, so that's you guys sorted.
Several hours later, Toyger gets a message in reply saying, did you remember to get a fake SIN for Alexandra when you were at Eddie's?
I could barely afford to get the real one scrubbed, let alone get a fake one. Surely you can use one of mine for the time being.
Nope, they'll be tied to your fingerprints and stuff like that.
Look, if it comes up, if we're even bringing this Dre on our next job, then if we need to go through a SIN scan, we'll just drop her for that bit until we can get her one.
How much is a half-decent fake SIN?
Few thousand.
1,000?
4K for an actually half-decent one?
Yeah, and then you need the passes and licenses to go with that.
Only if you go to Manhattan or drive.
And we're not taking her to Manhattan. Look, I understand that you had some money for us.
Yeah, it's like...
I am refusing my payment for this job. That money is going towards getting her SIN scrubbed and getting her a new SIN.
That's generous and kind of you, and I'm not sure what to say.
I managed to live on about 1,000 new yen a month. So I am not nearly... Yes, I live in a drag hole, but, you know, I'm significantly... I don't need to put quite as much money aside as you guys do. And if I need to find work, I can find work. You know? I don't want you being in debt, even to Eddie.
No, he's reasonable. He'll accept partial payment, I think, but I'll still be doing my best not to impose on you guys any more than I already have.
It's a lot easier for you to be in debt to me than it is for you to be in debt to him. But ultimately, that is your decision. And the money for the job is not considered debt. As I said, I am refusing payment. You do not owe me 3,000 new yen. That 3,000 new yen was never mine.
I'll put it in the caring for Alexandra box. Step 1, get rid of the real sin. Step 2, get a passable fake one so she doesn't have to live like a hermit.
Have you worked out what magical drag she has in her brain?
No, and I have a limited clue on where to start. I could get into the Manhattan Library, I could spend a few months doing research, but I get the feeling I don't have that kind of time. If I wasn't, as far as everyone knows, dead, I could ring up a few of my old professors, though I doubt that would go down very well. The only person I can really ask is Pion, and I don't know how much he knows about mind magery. If he's a dead end, then I'm back to square one.
He would probably know somebody who does know stuff about mind magery.
He seemed to have a decent foundation, and he's a talismonger. His job is to know magical people and sell things to them.
I need to visit him about lodge stuff anyway. I'll see what he knows.
Look, I am going to take that money. That way is you actually have some money, you're not broke. You wandering around broke is a lot more dangerous than you wandering around with money. At least when you have a little bit of money, you can do stuff. We need to find some work. I'll see what I can find. I'll put my ear to the ground. But, as I said, I can lend you whatever you're missing if you need it. You can pay me back, then you pay me back. You're my friend, Toyger.
You are a better friend than I deserve, Huggy. If you can loan me 3,000, I'll pay Eddie off now, and after that just leaves every resource at my disposal. That makes it sound like I have resources at my disposal. That leaves me with no other pressing worries than what's wrong with my cousin.
3,000 new yen is wired to your account.
Even once I pay this off, I'm never going to be able to pay you back properly for this.
And I don't care if you do. The non-existent people have to look after each other.
I did absolutely nothing to deserve this. I'm very grateful, Huggy. Toyger fires off a quick message to Eddie. I have your money much quicker than expected. Which delightful club shall I completely disrespect next?
So he just texts you saying, yeah, that's fine. I'll send a guy around to pick it up. And you get an honest-to-God bicycle courier turn up to pick it up. Like, push bike, silly hat with the, tiny brim on it and everything.
How have you not been mugged to within an inch of your life? Toyger asks, handing over an envelope with some cred sticks in it.
He just points to the Ares Predator that he's got in a holster on his hip and says, I can fire this while riding.
And that helps you against being run off the road by a van, yes?
When you shoot the tyres.
I have no more questions for you at this time.
He just grins and, his teeth are terrible, and he just rides off.
Why does your mouth look like an untended graveyard?
I thought you said you had no more questions.
This is after he's left, presumably.
Hopefully. Your mother taught you better than that, Toyger.
Yeah, so Toyger walks back into the flat. It's been a day or two. I'm guessing some of the worst stains have been scrubbed out.
It smelled... You remember when you left that it smelled somewhat of stale urine? Quite strongly of stale urine. Well, strangely, it now smells faintly of cinnamon. You're not quite sure how it smells faintly of cinnamon, but it smells faintly of cinnamon now.
We're just going to leave Toyger with that confusing question. We've now kind of got the beginnings of your downtime established, what people are doing, where people are going, that kind of stuff. What are you wanting to spend your hard-earned karma on, guys? What about you, Michael? What's Sunshine wanting to spend her karma on?
Not having to have a day job would be a good start.
Yeah, you've had to attend. Oh god, the guy seems to be just giving you all of the worst jobs. Like there was one. It seems to be like an emergency cleaning crew for like the weird Drek, and Drek seems to come up all too often. It was the one where you had to go. Hang on, you kind of realise after a few more of these, you'd only done like a few of his basic level jobs before. You've somehow ended up working for a crime scene cleaners. And it was the guy who was assassinated with a phosphorus grenade in the cistern of the toilet that was the worst.
Oh. just why? Just why? Who does that? Just, oh my god. Yeah, that's probably one of those clean jobs if you go up and you go, oh my fucking god. Oh, okay. Don't think about it, 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 don't think about it. Okay, gloves off, new gloves. Okay, don't think about it, don't think about it. Not speaking from experience at all here.
It's about 2 days in where one of your colleagues shows you a really useful trick where they basically, like the paper masks like we all wore at the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
They just smear a little bit of toothpaste on the inside of that, and it's like all you can smell is mint.
Yep.
You end up with toothpaste smeared all over your face at the end of your shift, but you don't have to smell every fluid that comes out of the human body.
Okay.
So, was that grim, then?
Probably.
That feels like that was grim.
It was probably grim.
I mean, it was pretty grim, spooky elves notwithstanding.
He's never done that with a phosphorus grenade. He has put a flashbang in a cistern before now.
Yeah.
Because he's a dick. I love playing with that guy, but he's a dick. Yeah, are you just doing work, or are you actually spending some of your hard-earned karma?
So I think I have the day job negative quality at 10 build points. I currently have 21 karma. You tell me.
Are you just buying that off?
If I buy it off, can I get the rest of the money I would get for this month? Can I just work like crazy for several days?
I'm gonna say you can get 500, not the full 2,000. Just because you're only working for them for a few days and you only do a few jobs.
Or you sit on that karma till the end of the month.
Oh, this is so... no. GM.
You also get called in for what's clearly a shootout in a Chinese restaurant, and it's just, oh my god, there's bodies everywhere. Oh, why?
Yeah,
what? Two of the triads just went at it.
I turn up to that job and then just go, nope, pull the rubber gloves off, dump them, walk out, text boss, I quit. Nope, not doing this anymore. I dropped 20 karma on not having a fragging day job anymore. I am done.
He texts you back saying, who the frag am I going to get to clean up the Jade Dragons and the Golden Circle then?
Not me. I have spent enough of my life cleaning up syndicate mess. I am not doing this anymore. Hey guys. So, that's me quit another day job. I guess I really am committing to this life of crime.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, question mark.
Did you quit by way of spectacular shootout, or did you just leave?
I walked out of the cleaning up the aftermath of a spectacular shootout, if that helps.
6 out of 10. Try again harder.
The thing that really was the straw that broke the camel's back was when one of your colleagues lifted up one of the corpses and you realised that somebody had slammed his head into the table whilst holding a chopstick upright. It was like, nah.
Oh. Why would you say such things, Rhydian?
To frag with you. It was messy. It was clearly two triads had just absolutely gone at it. It was like full on John Woo shootout, ridiculous movie bullshit.
Damn, I'm glad that we're not involved in violent organized crime.
Just hurt people and occasionally run them over.
We're involved in violent, disorganized crime.
So, Huggy, what are you spending your karma on?
Right, I am going to learn how to fish.
Okay.
That's random.
I don't know what we'll put this as. Knowledge
I believe
skill.
that comes under survival.
I'm wanting to train myself in survival.
Okay, yeah. So you're going fishing.
Going fishing, because I went out into the wilderness and suddenly remembered, actually, there were some parts of my childhood living in, farm country that I did enjoy. And I've decided that I kind of want to get back in touch with a little bit of that side of myself. So picking up fishing again, I haven't fished, since I was 10, maybe. Picking up a couple of subscriptions to, here's how to survive, recognize deadly mushrooms, stuff like that,
You ask around Fresh Kills, you find out there's a few spots in the northern part of Fresh Kills Warrens, which can only be described as really drecky Venice. There's loads of canals and waterways that have been cut into the area. I don't know what they used to be used in the fifth world, but now there's loads of docks. Oh my god, the amount of smuggling here. The water is questionable at best, but if you pay off the Crimson Warthogs, the Trog gang that runs protection on the waterfront, they're quite happy for you to fish. They'll leave you alone. They'll make sure that everybody else leaves you alone and doesn't try to pick your pocket. What you're mostly fishing out of the river is shopping trolleys, but they're quite glad of it because it saves them having to dredge it out, and you do catch.
Are you magnet fishing?
No, just the hook gets caught on it, and it's a really fragging strong line because Christ knows what lives in here, but Gorgas serves alligator. So you're learning survival by learning to fish, watched over by one of the local gangs, and pulling some really sketchy dreck out the water, including alligators that, oh god, what the hell have you mutated into? Is there anything else you're spending your karma on?
There's a couple of skills I want to put that into. So I think survival.
Yeah.
I want to put some of that into hacking so that I can defend myself a bit better next time.
We'll say that you can train your hacking whilst you're waiting to get a bite by just practicing on nodes in the local area. They're all pretty easy. You just screw with some people's comm links and stuff like that.
And I'm going to spend a bit of time when I'm not, fishing or looking up.
Fishing?
Yes. Or looking up the flora and fauna of Bloodroot Valley. I think I'll try and improve my drone gunnery.
That particular wiki page about the flora and fauna of Bloodroot Valley has a concerning number of question marks on it.
It's also semi-protected because people keep editing it with "just don't."
Yes. I'll say that you can train your drone gunnery by, I don't know, firing at passing boats that the Crimson Warthogs don't like, and they count some of that as your protection money. Helping, running small jobs for them, helping them out, stuff like that, keeping the local devil rats down, and they give you a little bit of money for it, but it's it's just enough to cover your ammo kind of deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, talking of covering ammo, at some point over the next couple of days, Toyger gets an invoice. It's not an actual invoice.
It should be.
It is itemized.
Does it say thank you for your custom at the bottom?
No. As hilarious as that would be.
So, Mav, you get a little text notification saying you've received 704 new yen from Bastard Cat.
Followed by like another ping saying, "This is oddly precise. How did you calculate this?"
I did say it was itemized.
To the bullet.
Alright, so you get the message instead reads, "Do you have an app that tracks this? Or are you just really good at this kind of mental math?"
Toyger, that was 27 rounds. And I use a smart gun. I literally have an app that tells me.
I should get an app that tracks the spells I cast.
So, other than itemized bills to Toyger, what else is Mav doing with his downtime? How's he spending his money / free time?
He is resting as instructed by the doctor, by the vet.
Yeah, you don't pull your stitches.
I do not frag with what Dr. Baoban told me. I am not going back there in a hurry. He was very good.
You do not wish to be put into a cone of shame.
No. However, Mav is spending some time internally debating whether he should ask one of his fixers to find him a new street dog.
Hey, the guy healed you up. His bedside manner's complete dreck. And he does occasionally ask which end the thermometer's going in, but he gets the job done. He asks no questions. He tells no lies.
Exactly. He's an excellent street dog. Who also acts as if you're somebody's pet greyhound.
This is the price that you pay for an actual medical facility.
No, he acts as though you are a very expensive greyhound owned by the mafia.
No, that would be Toyger.
He gets results.
I said that as a joke, but Toyger is incredibly thoroughbred and in debt to Giuseppe.
Yeah, true enough. So, other than sending an itemized receipt to Toyger, what else are you doing with your downtime, mate?
I'm not entirely sure. I think I might sit on my karma for now.
Yep, so Mav is relaxing. I imagine he's not spending a lot of time in his apartment. He's probably going out elsewhere.
That's the point. My apartment smells like chip shop.
Yeah.
When I'm... After my time of, recuperation is over, after my scar is healed up, I'm going to go and talk to my landlord.
Alright, so your landlord is Mafia. Is it Giuseppe? Actually, I'm going to say it's not Giuseppe. It's somebody else. What's your landlord like, Mav?
I have a lifestyle quality for this.
Cool. What is it?
My landlord is, quote, trigger happy. Possibly literally. He is Mafia.
Alright, so your landlord is a guy called Big Vinny. And he lives in the building. His office is there. When you go in, he's just the fattest orc you have ever seen. Like, the Mafia are normally known for being kind of racist, meta-racist. New York Mafia mostly seem to have gotten with the times. Vinny seems to have gotten with the opening times of every fast food joint in the area. Big Vinny is oh man, dude, I know that curing heart disease is kind of easy these days, but they don't like repeat customers. And he's sat behind the desk, and there's Ruger on the desk. There's a couple of people outside the door, also with fuck off big guns. And you come in, and he looks at you and gestures to the chair as you come in, and doesn't look up from his terminal.
First of all, I clack a cred stick onto the table. 2k for next month.
He puts a finger on it without looking away from the terminal, slides it over, glances at it, puts it in a drawer and says, "Prompt as always. Very much appreciated."
I know the rules.
You do. And unlike Sun in the building, you're actually very good at following them. That woman on 5. I'm going to have to collect arrears soon. Carry on.
Secondly, my apartment is immediately above a chip shop, and it stinks. Have you got anything the same but not above a chip shop? Or similar?
I think we can help each other out.
Oh?
Collect the arrears from the woman in 5 and I'll find you a better place for the same price.
I can work with that.
Carry on. And he's not looked at you this entire time. He's just looking at the terminal, and you can hear a little bit, like he's got one earphone in and the other's just sat on the desk so he can hear what you're saying. Well, half listen to what you're saying. You think he's watching, is that like combat biking or something, or football? He's watching sport of some sort.
There's a lot of roaring going on. It might be engines, it might be crowd.
Yeah.
Which apartment on 5?
552C.
And how much?
300.
On it.
If they don't have it in cred, take it in goods.
Leave. He doesn't need to reply to that. He won't be listening or looking.
Yep. So you go up to 5. Oh, dreck. It turns out it's like this woman who's... her partner's left her and she's trying to look after 2 kids, and Mav has to be the bastards. She manages to pony up like 200 and you have to take the trid set. Oh man, you feel greasier than your apartment's walls after doing this.
Yeah, such is the price of living in a mafia building. You break the rules, you pay for it.
And when you go back down, Big Vinny just looks at the trid set, looks it over and says, "Suppose it'll do." You get the rest?
Lonk.
You live on floor 7 now. 723G. Now get out my office.
723G. I leave.
So other than being an abject bastard, is there anything else that Mav wants to do with his downtime?
I guess I'm moving house. This is a surprisingly quick and easy process.
Yeah, you've already got everything commando rolled, including your undies.
Mav makes like 2 trips on the elevator.
Is one of those just his go bag, the other is his runner bag?
Has a bit more stuff than that.
Tell us about 3 things that Mav has in his bag.
Yes, what are Mav's 3 things?
Frag you all.
I'm actually genuinely curious.
He's not answering because he doesn't have 3 things that aren't a gun, another gun, and
That other gun.
oh no, I was going to say pillowcase full of combat rolled socks.
No, we can't forget the 3 pairs of black combats.
Is there like... You know how you get like the paper outlines that you use for target practice? Is there one of them that it's like it's worn like to tissue paper thinness and it's been folded into 4 little bits, and when you unfold it, it's got like a really average spread of bullet, but there's a date on it with really shaky longhand Orzet of Mav's first name, and this was like the first time he ever went shooting a gun.
And it's from when he was about 6.
Because he grew up in the Kaz. So yeah, Mav, your downtime is pleasantly uneventful. Have you also acquired a new net?
Doesn't smell like a chippy anymore.
No, it's much better. Mind you, there is one downside. If you need tracing paper, you can't just put a piece of paper against the wall anymore.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't think you're doing anything else. Unless you are, please let me know.
Nope.
Cool.
When I'm fit again, I'll be getting back to training, but that's not anything. I'm not going to train any new skills, that's just practice.
Yeah, so I think the only thing left that anybody's mentioned to me is Toyger going to see Pion.
Yeah, so Toyger, I don't know, it's been another day or so, so I'm going to assume that I've got that edge back.
Yeah.
There's been quite a bit of painting and decorating going on. Alexandra, what has happened to our new flat? Toyger's largely given you complete control over this.
Is Toyger just throwing goodwill and IOUs at Mrs. K for paint and hoping for the best?
So, first
Actually,
thing,
not bad.
first thing Toyger did was go down to his old flat and pack everything he could not bear to be without into one steamer trunk. Most of his paintings and carpets that were on the floor get all levitated up behind him, so Toyger goes up a flight of stairs with like most of a room following him. And then he stands in the middle of the room with all this stuff levitating around and said, "Right, Alexandra, point at a thing and point at a wall."
You do realise I probably could have helped you with that?
Yeah, but it was literally this easy.
Okay.
So, where do you want me to put this? And he brings over
Toyger,
a painting.
Toyger, I have just one question.
Hmm.
Where the frag were you when I was a student and had to move house using 2 skateboards? Carry on.
So, Alexandra, what do you think of this one? And you get a painting gets floated at you.
What is it?
You know, it was 12 new yen.
It's not hideous. I'm not quite sure why it's so orange, but okay.
I mean, the artist's name ends Vandervelt, so I think that explains why it's orange.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. The wall by the window?
Is it a yes or a no?
Maybe?
Point a finger, it flies out into the hole. Okay, next.
It's a cat, I think.
I painted this one.
Okay, I'm sorry. That does explain some of it.
Fine then, hallway.
Hey, I liked that one. I liked that one.
Too late, hallway.
Oh,
Rug. Which stain should we cover with this one?
one over by the window. That I tried. It just won't move.
The massive, ominous, rust-coloured one. It smells faintly metallic.
Yeah, it just... I tried like 6 buckets of water and it's still just the same colour. I don't know.
The one that you can't move is not the one that you want to worry about. The one that moves on its own is the one you want to worry about.
Simon, take back a point of edge. Not Huggy, Simon.
So yeah, that's like basically the next couple days is putting rugs over the stains we can't shift, putting up paintings.
The walls are now a strange coloured bluish green because it was the only paint that we could find.
Well, I think we had quite a few different tins of paint, but we didn't have enough of any of them to completely paint the place. So we poured them all into a bucket, gave it a stir, and that's what colour our walls are.
A goodly chunk of them, you opened the paint can, reached in for the paintbrush that was already in there, and just picked up the whole paint tin by the brush that was sat in it.
Yeah.
Managed to get the place livable. By the standards of an E-rated area, it's quite nice. By the standards of what you were previously used to pre-Cornville, Lexi, it's
Incredibly depressing.
Yeah.
You're going with the word shabby chic for now.
So imagining there's like one of those like burner rings that's on like its own little, you know, like a camping stove thing.
Yeah, like camping gas stove.
Yeah.
Oh, like an electric one of those, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a pot on that which has an interesting collection of items in it, but somehow it is making the room smell like cinnamon. It's best to just not question it.
Alexandra,
Yeah?
you know how I had that steamer trunk I told you not to open?
No.
And you know how there were those jars in it? And one of them had a note on it saying, "Alexandra, I know you've opened my steamer trunk. Help yourself to anything except the contents of these jars."
That jar's in the cupboard.
Why is the contents of one of my jars in this pot?
Because it's the other jar.
Alexandra, that was actual bark off an actual cinnamon tree. I was going to use that.
It smells nice.
I know it smells nice.
And it no longer smells like piss.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was Rick, somehow. Oh my god, has Alexandra met Rick yet?
Not yet. Rick has been, from what you've heard, He's been waging a war against something on the 36th floor. From what you've heard, it's probably imaginary. Don't ask, just in case it isn't.
Something being imaginary has never yet been an obstacle to Toyger having to deal with it on Rick's behalf.
Indeed. So you spend a few pleasant days sorting the flat the frag out before you decide you've actually got the time to go see Pion, and Lexi probably isn't going to burn the place down. It's 50-50.
So Lexi drags herself out of bed at whatever o'clock in the morning.
It's ridiculously early because she spent the last 3 months being told that's the time you get up at, and now she just does, and there's just no way to not be awake at this point.
He's been waking you up by leaving myco calf. It tastes worse than soy calf but it's all you can afford. Next to you at 5:30 a.m. She's already been up for half an hour, and it's stone cold by the time you wake up, and it goes kind of syrupy but also gritty when it's cold.
This is perhaps the worst thing I have yet to put in my body, but it is soy-free.
Well, if you'd been up earlier, it would have been warm.
I get up at 9:30 as I have done for my entire life. So, now that we're both awake, and now that you have boiled some of my valuable reagents, we're going to go make a new friend. Well, you're going to make a new friend. I'm probably not. I think he's already my friend. That's a depressing thought.
Snurk.
You mean I actually get to leave the bloody building for once?
Yes, you get to leave the building. Your sin's been burned by now, so officially Alexandra, Elizabeth, deadly, De Coralto, deadly, Cortez, deadly, De Peralto no longer exists. So, we are going to go for a little walk a few blocks over to go meet Pion. Have you heard me moaning about Pion yet?
You talk about him in your sleep.
How much I hate him, I hope. Anyway, Pion's a local dick, but he does sell me magical reagents, and he does know an awful lot about magic. So hopefully, he'll be able to tell if, that horrible Bousseau woman has monkeyed around in your head and put stuff in there that shouldn't be there.
Told you there was no magic.
Yeah, no, well, that last idiot also said there was no magic done to him, and there very obviously was.
Calling me an idiot?
You're not an idiot. Messiah was an idiot. You're an innocent, there's a difference.
Why does that name ring a bell?
He was also at Cornville. We abducted him and pumped him for information.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
So, first little test to do before we go. I'm going to roll Influence Mental at Alexandra. See if it works.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay, so this is my first little test to see whether or not you've been magically bamboozled. Don't do anything. 4 hits. I'm rolling to resist 3 drain.
Remind me what this is resisted on.
Influence Mental is resisted on willpower alone.
Oh, just willpower, please.
Oh, this will go well.
Only if they are confronted with the wrongness of the suggestion, and if they have magic, they get to roll counterspelling as well.
How many hits did you get there, Toyger?
I got 4 hits.
And Lexi, how many did you get?
I got 1 hit.
Yeah, the spell just bounces.
Right, so you absolutely have had your head monkeyed with by Dr. Bousseau.
I mean, spent a lot of time talking about stuff, but...
Yeah, no, she can influence your memory. Take out memories, put in new ones, and as has been demonstrated, she can put some sort of wall in your head that stops me using any mental magic on you.
I'm sure all of that meant something to you, CC, but...
I've got an idea for another test.
Those are certainly words.
They're all certainly words. I've got an idea for another test. Keep looking at me. I'm going to roll invisibility. So, the way invisibility works, it doesn't actually make Toyger invisible, it makes him utterly unnoticeable and immemorable.
Yep,
so...
like Granny Weatherwax in Discworld.
Yes.
Yep. Roll it.
So, Alexandra, I want you to look at me, and then I want you to look over there, and then I want you to look back at me. Okay?
Okay.
I got 5 hits.
Okay, roll me a perception check, please.
Visual.
Yes, not nasal. Actually, does Toyger wear a distinctive cologne or anything?
Not really. He doesn't have one. Well, he has one, but he doesn't wear it very often. It's too
All
posh.
right, in which case, just straight up.
3 hits.
Yeah, no. As far as you're concerned, there is no Toyger.
Cece. No, I can't see you, and you said we were going out.
We are going out. I'm just confused as to why you can't see me.
I don't know.
Drop spell. Right, so I can't act... As long as I'm not actively directing it at you, it seems like it works. As far as you're concerned, Toyger just sort of popped into existence directly in front of your face.
That's disturbing. Please don't do that.
Right, we're going out.
When you head over to Pions, the area is much as you remember it. There's the usual gang hanging out on the corner. They don't frag with you. And you go into Pion's shop, and that's new. The alligator starts playing heavy metal, and the eyes flash, and the legs paddle a little bit.
Ion, what have you done?
Ion just holds up a hand, and there's a young lass in front of him, and he's just saying to it, yeah, 2 drops in his ear while he's sleeping. Guarantee he'll give you the time of your life the next day. He's madly in love with you. He'll take you anywhere you want. And she's kind of thanking him profusely and runs out past you. And he's just skinning up a roll up just as you come in past the lass who's running out. And he's just got a grin on his face.
So Toyger turns to look at the crocodile, and then turns to look at Pion and says, first of all, what have you done to poor Bethan? Has she not suffered enough? Second of all, what was that?
Olive oil. Silly bastard's gonna have a boyfriend with the keenest hearing in the Warrens.
And what are you going to do when she comes back in tomorrow and says, he didn't show me the time of his life, he just talked about how oily his ears was and then played Xbox for 2.5 hours?
He just points to the sign that says no refunds.
Right, okay, not the best introduction in the world. Alexandra, Pion, Alexandra.
Hello, are you another one of fragging Toyger's friends who's gonna turn out to be a fragging technomancer or something?
Those are a thing? No, what?
He wasn't a technomancer, Pion, because technomancers are not real.
She did magic Drek with the Matrix. What the frag else is a technomancer? 2 years ago, those fraggers were threatening to drop Thor shots on our heads, and some weird fragging AI decided to play Peacemaker.
Pion, you read far too much sci-fi and take far too many drugs.
Literally in the news, man. They ain't putting that Drek in the news if they can avoid it.
They put in the news that Aztlan has won awards for its benevolence and how good it is to its employees.
Yeah.
Things that aren't real end up on the news all the time.
I don't believe that one because it makes the corpse look good. I believe this one because it makes all the corpse look bad.
Right, fine, whatever.
Frag you, man. He was on the shadow boards as well. You know what? Rag the fragging technomancers. Hi, Toyger's friend. Who are you? Hello. Would you like a spliff? I fragging need one.
Yes.
No, she would not.
Okay. This is the best friend you've brought me yet, Toyger.
So as soon as he reaches over to hand over the spliff, Toyger just reaches out and grabs it. No, you are not giving her any more drugs. You did not go to Cornville for 3 months to go immediately back on the drugs.
Cece.
It's not deep weed, you dreckhead.
No.
Jeez, what crawled up your ass, Toyger?
My cousin has spent the last 3 months being mentally tortured, and she can't even remember it. And at this point, Toyger's gesturing wildly at Alexandra.
He's working the grinder at the moment, rolling up, and he just looks at you and says, okay, looks at Lexi and says, I'd say I'm sorry, but you don't remember it, so yay for not remembering the trauma?
Cece, it's 1 spliff.
Of a drug that is magically active that I am not exposing you to.
It's not deep weed, dreckhead. It's just weed.
So Toyger's clearly having a mental battle here on whether or not it's a good idea.
I'm not cracking open the deep weed stash unless it's for a good reason. Or I want to get high. That's a good reason.
After we are finished here...
Toyger, I've also had a lot of texts from fragging Hemlock. It's a pretty mixed bag. She's both pissed off and also satisfied with how things went down. What did you do?
We set a piasma on Mav and it bit him to death, and we had her kill a guy.
Hang on. The piasma killed a member of your team. Frag, I'm sorry, man.
No one's dead. It was just one of the orderlies tried to stop Alexandra escaping, and Hemlock reduced his head to a pile of mush. And then while we were fleeing through the woods, screaming for our very lives, a piasma erupted from the underbrush, picked up Mav, bit him, and Mav shot it down the throat. Piasma died, Mav lived. You know, fun times had by all.
Oh, have you got piasma giblets?
I have no piasma giblets. Hemlock wouldn't let me stay and gather them.
Oh man, really? You know how much those things are worth? Frag you, man.
She said there might be another one. I don't think it was a good idea to stay there. I think she made the right call. Just saying.
I mean, fair enough, but you couldn't have even, cracked out a pair of pliers and grabbed something. Oh,
I wanted to. I tried. She said no and waved her gun that is bigger than she is at me.
I mean, that sounds like Hemlock. Why the frag are you here, Toyger? I know it's not to grace me with the pleasure of your company.
I was going to ask you, first of all, do you know anything about mind magic and how to unjumble my cousin's memories? And second of all, I've got to re-establish a lodge soon. How long would it take you to get a hold of reagents? I'm not paying you now. I don't have the money to do so. I'm just looking for a timescale.
Kind of, maybe, when you pony up the cash.
Fair enough. Right, so...
Also, Toyger, shut the frag up. Hi, I'm Pion. What's your name?
Lexi.
Why the frag do you put up with this drackhead?
Because he's my cousin.
I'm so sorry.
And right now, that's about all of the people that are on my side. So, at least it means I've got a root.
Huggy's on your side.
Oh, yeah, okay, you know what I mean.
Who's Huggy?
Friend of ours.
I don't. Fair enough, whatever. I'm sorry about him, and I'm sorry that wreck happened. I'm not good with people. Hi. He puts the spliff in his mouth, sparks up, and says, all right. Given you're not here to give me money, Toyger, what are you actually here for?
I'm here to ask your help. I need to figure out what sort of mind magic she's been subjected to. I also need to figure out how to break it. I don't have access to the Black Library at Harvard anymore. I don't think I can email any of my professors. And...
Right.
None of my investigative methods have borne any fruit. So I was hoping you might know...
Yeah, because I keep telling you nothing happened.
Because something did happen and you've been mentally tortured into thinking something did happen. Just trust me on this one, please. Do you have any other ways of investigating what's going on? Do you know any spells that I don't that might help? And if possible, do you have a magic pixie wand that we can wave and fix all these problems?
Dude, do you know how fragging meta racist that is? Pixies are sentient.
They are not real!
Toyger, that is the most offensive thing that has ever fragging come out of your mouth. Shut the frag up or I will stunball you.
I have never met anyone who's seen one.
You have now. Shut the frag up, man. I'm actually serious.
Very well, I apologise.
Shut the frag up. No, this is a lying, Toyger. They're metasapients. Leave them the frag alone.
Okay.
This is such a weird day. Okay. Do you want me to A-sense your cousin?
With her permission, please.
Can I A-sense you, please?
Be my guest. I don't think it's going to show anything.
Okay, cool. So Pion got 0 hits on that. So he looks you over, looks at Toyger and says, well, she's as confused as I am. I can give you that much. Look, Toyger, I'm not really a mind mage. I don't really do that, Drac.
Do you know anyone who might be willing to help?
I don't know anybody, but I know of a guy.
Oh dear.
He's kind of a dick.
I mean, I'm kind of a dick.
This guy still has the corpo grease on him.
I see.
He's a runner. I know him by reputation. I've never spoken to the guy. I can maybe get you in touch with him. He's probably going to charge for his time. No, he's going to charge for his time. Goes by Mr. Smith. He's an absolute draghead. Do you want me to ask around, see if I can get his number and send it your way saying it's a simple job, it's just a little bit of sensing and seeing if he can do something with, I don't know, what the frag's going on with you. Hi.
Hi.
He just holds out the spliff to you and with the other hand just puts his hand on Toyger's chest so he can't actually get at it.
I'm actually gonna roll. Can I roll willpower on this one?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like composure to me.
Yeah, composure would probably be more appropriate.
All right.
And it's a slightly larger dice pool.
0 hits.
Oh yeah, you're reaching for that spliff like you're a man dying of thirst and he's giving you a glass of water.
Yeah, sorry, I did look briefly at Toyger's face. Was like, no. The need for that is too strong.
Toyger, are you really sure this guy does like corporate infiltration runs and dreck like that? Are you sure you want to involve yourself with this guy? You could just censor yourself and you might not get it straight away. You can keep doing it, man. I mean, Jesus, did they not teach you anything in that fancy pants la-di-da magic theory class at university? I mean, Jesus Christ, man, I know more than you.
He bitched so hard about those. So hard.
As well he should. They're all fragging hermetics. Just take your time.
I will take my time and I will be in contact again in 3 to 6 days, either to say I have a solution, please come to me with more solution, or to say put me in touch with this slime ball and I will die in a fire of my own making.
Fair enough. I mean, the guy gets results from what I've heard, and doesn't leave too much of a mess, but he's kind of a bastard. That's his rep anyway.
Runners live and die by their rep. I'll try a few days of my own sensing and a few more counter spells and see what happens.
Alright, look. Is there anything else I can help you with? A minute.
I'm going to have to set up a lodge again soon. I will probably need materials. I don't have the money to pay you at the moment.
Well, look. I'll tell you what. I can do you a discount on those. If you do me a favour.
What's the favour?
In a few days' time, I've got to go and see an old friend who needs some help setting up wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
Yeah. Look, he and I'll do the majority of it. It's ritual magic. I know it's not your thing, but we need a magic battery. He's like me, he's not what he was. Very different reasons, but I need a hand.
Is he also an affiliate of our mutual friend?
Nah, he's different tradition.
Oh, fun.
But he just needs some help. He's an old friend. I owe him a lot. So if you help me out, I'll do you a discount, alright?
Deal.
Cool. It's not gonna be right away. I'll get you your lodge materials afterwards if that's cool with you.
Very cool, thank you, Pion. That was very decent of you. So I noticed that Toyger in his little gear has 4 hits of deep weed.
Yeah, you stole that from the Yakuza.
Yeah, so Toyger goes into his breast pocket and pulls out a little plastic bag with 4 spliffs in it and throws them at Pion. And says, I have no use or desire for these things. Have fun.
He looks at them in some surprise, looks at Toyger and says, you sure, man? That's a little over $1,000's worth there, man.
Call it a generous down payment on lodge materials. It's going to be a hefty one.
Right, fair. I'll put that towards the price. That's actually... This hasn't been a complete waste of time. Thank you, Toyger.
Thank you, Pion. Pion, my cousin Alexandra, perfumier to the stars and recovering drug addict. Alexandra, my talismanga Pion, exceptionally knowledgeable and well-connected.
Hi.
Ironically, weed-dependent.
Yeah, because I have to deal with you.
I mean, not just me. I saw that bear thing again, by the way.
Bear thing? What the frag are you on about?
You know, the bear thing with the scorpion legs and the scorpion tail that howls that it will have your blood in your heart to feast upon.
Are you high, Cece?
No, I don't get high. Not anymore.
Not anymore. Now there's a story I need to hear.
I'm not high enough for this conversation.
Do you want me to ask it to go away, or are you okay with just having that prowling around?
Was it toxic?
No, perfectly normal.
Then, was it a bug spirit?
No, it had scorpion bits. And Scorpion hates bugs almost as much as Spider does.
Yeah. The scorpion thinks they're tasty. It's probably fine. It probably doesn't like me very much, but no spirits do. So, frag it, it's no different to normal. It's not going to crack my skull open, insert a straw and slurp the delicious inside, so it's just Tuesday. Now, are you going to buy anything, or are you going to get the frag out?
Getting the frag out.
Right. I'll see you in a few days' time.
It was nice to meet you.
Wasn't terrible to meet you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pion's a prick.
Pion is a lot less of a prick than we see Pion be. Because every time we see Pion, he's talking to Toyger.
You don't know what Pion did.
He seems nice enough.
Yeah, so I've told you about Cat before, yeah? The god that talks to me occasionally.
At length.
Yeah, so Cat spoke to him some years ago in a very loud, very angry voice, and that's why he can't do magic anymore. Well, he can, but it's not very good. He's a nice person at knife point.
He's, you were being really mean to him.
Yeah, it's a deal I have ongoing. Cat doesn't ask a lot, but she does ask that I be a dick to Pion. Part of his ongoing punishment.
Well, I don't intend to be a dick to him.
I mean, if anything ever happens to me and the rest of the team, my go-to instruction for you would be to go to Pion, so... And so long as you don't do it too often, and so long as it never goes beyond grass, like, please feel free to go and hang out with him. I get the feeling he doesn't get out much.
Something we have in common.
I mean, if you want to help him run the shop as well, like, I don't think he'll pay you, but it will get you out of the house, give you something to do.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't know anything about magic beyond what you've told me, and...
I mean, you're pretty good at cleaning.
Yeah. I had to learn quickly at Cornville.
You never have to go back.
You could pick up Sunshine's old job.
No.
How do you feel about brain matter grey on ceilings?
No, thank you.
So, as they're heading home, Mav, you're sitting in your now non-greasy flat. It's great. You're looking at the Piasma tooth. Are you intending to give that to Toyger or make a necklace out of it? Or what are you thinking of doing with it?
I'm going to do something with it. I haven't decided yet.
You're considering.
Yep.
You get a text message that reads, "Got a job, short notice. You and your team are competent and safe hands. Dr. Butler."
Oh no.
Thank you for spending some time with us and listening to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show and look forward to seeing you again in 2 weeks' time for our next episode. In the meantime, god damn, but they do live in some dreck holes. What's the worst place, real and tabletop, you've ever lived? Let us know in Discord. Also, Toyger could do with some tips for getting weird stains that move around on their own out of rugs. Cheers. Let us know on our Discord. Intro is More Human Than Human by Karl Cassey, and the background music is also by Karl Cassey. Outro music is Neon Thrills by Luck Hash, and all sound effects are credited in the show notes. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to the Pride Against Prejudice podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any other proprietary material for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Pride Against Prejudice podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned in this podcast remain the property of their respective owners. The Pride Against Prejudice podcast is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution 4.0 license, so if you want to use any part of the show, please give us the credit. See you next time, chummers.